Deep Insanity The Lost Child Episode 3 aired. It gave much needed character development for Larry. Because I found Larry sort of an awkward, useless character. Didn't really like what he was about. But this episode really gave the viewers an understanding of his mind, how it works, the pros and cons. I think that I only really liked the last 5 episodes of this episode. It had a very boring, slow start. Shigure and Larry get involved with some delinquents and get hired for a job. They're not supposed to do side jobs, but Larry convinces Shigure to go ahead and do it. Shigure warns them that if they get caught, they're going to get into a lot of trouble. So they go on and do this side job, and they find a little girl named Elsie. Is this the lost child or just some random character? Anyhow, a CGI monster bird comes along, and they go hide away from it. Elsewhere, Shigure's crew is looking for the men that had fought Shigure and Larry. Leslie I liked Leslie, but he was sort of annoying in this episode. Kind of a shame. What ends up happening is that they need to, Shigure needs to save this little girl Elsie. Now they don't explain anything about her. We don't know, the viewers don't know who she is, what she's about. She's just a random little girl out there in the asylum. Larry decides to give himself up as bait to save her. He feels that because he cannot feel fear or pain, it wouldn't matter if something happened to him, because some other sleeper will come around and replace him. Shigure, however, says that because he himself is afraid to die and has a will to survive, he'd be better off trying to be the decoy. Which is true, because Larry has a very self-defeating attitude. If he was to be the decoy, he would get killed right away because he wouldn't care about the fear of dying or pain. Whereas Shigure would do all he can to survive. However, they both end up failing the mission, and they both end up getting caught with the bird, and they both end up potentially dying, at least until Leslie and the rest run over the bird with a car and save them. At the very end, they both get in trouble. They both get slapped by Leslie for what they did. And Leslie reminds Larry that though he doesn't feel pain, if he dies, other people will feel pain for his loss. This shook Larry because he didn't realize that before. So after getting slapped in the face and after getting hit with that realization, he tells Shigure that this hurts. Now, there's some variation in the timeline here that I wasn't aware about. At the very end of last episode, it was told that for Shigure to be the hero, he had to assassinate somebody. The big twist at the end is they go to that scene, and it happens to be Elsie, the girl that he spent the entire episode trying to save, and now he needs to assassinate her. So I can only imagine the train wreck that's going to be last episode, as Shigure is going to be obviously against this and try to protect this girl. At least that's what I would think. Overall, a bad episode, but the last 5-6 minutes salvaged it and maybe enjoy it. Thank you for listening.